see this video. Look, there's a lot of YouTubers.
If you'd said to me 15 or 20 years ago, you're going to get your most success in your entire career from a video game. Yeah, right. Nathan, come on. And I had no idea, none of us had any idea what we were beginning. Hey, take the wheel. Wax the out of your goddamn mind. Yep, probably.
When we started making Uncharted 1, there was a lot of younger people at the studio.
Most of us, when we started in this industry, we started in our early 20s, and when we started, every hero, every character was in their early 20s. As developers, we make experiences that relate to us and characters that relate to us.
Games and any art tends to reflect the mentalities and the things that the people who make the art think about. And in this case, we've definitely had a long time to grow up while we're making Uncharted, and it seemed only fitting for Drake to continue.
Adds another element to the story that we can play with. Just haven't been fixed or frozen in time.
I mean, he looks like a kid in one because of the smoothness of the textures, because of the smoothness of the modeling. And back then, that was really good, right? And as we got better and as the platforms got better, you can see him not only get more complex and more sophisticated, but he also is showing more of the things he could not show before. The subtlety of wrinkles, the subtlety of...
It doesn't just escape with a laugh. Like, these things are taking its toll.
But I think that humanizes a fictional character even more. You see him maturing not only in age, but in wisdom.
Now, Sully has had this thing right from the beginning, right from the first game. And this was something that I added at some point. Says, I'm too old for this shit.
No. You're gearing up for one of your I'm too old for this speeches.
But Nathan is beginning.
What's important to him? And that is really why we wanted to tell this story, is we wanted to get to the heart of what drives Nathan Drake.
We played with some of the themes of growing up responsibility in the previous Uncharted's, but I think when it came down to it, it was all about what did Nathan Drake want in his life. He was willing to risk everything for treasure.
But as you get older, you want your life to be worth something more. You want to have an impact.
It's kind of an interesting perspective to see our hero grow up a bit and having to deal with themes like family and future, and not just be caught up in the moment of finding just a treasure. He's actually thinking long term and what this might mean for his future.
One of the things I've loved about this from the beginning is the evolution of this family unit that has developed.
From an acting standpoint, it's always fun to get to play someone that you enjoy for this long. Because in this industry, you play a part and they fade very quickly and you have to move on to the next one. So I have quite a fondness and an attachment to Miss Elena Fisher. She starts off super passionate, very gung-ho, I'm all for adventure. And then you see as she gets closer to Nate and as she gets closer to Sullivan, as she gets closer to these dangerous events, we see her not step back, but just become more aware and more cautious, I think, of what an adventure means and what it might cost.
And I think as we grow older, we actually kind of get a chance to look back at our lives and see what's important to us and how the decisions that we've made have kind of impacted where we're at and maybe where we're going.
That's a very similar journey to Nathan Drake, right? If you look at him in Uncharted 1, here's a guy that makes huge sacrifices as far as his personal life to achieve greatness.
And I think in a way, we're seeing that happen with both Naughty Dog and the Uncharted franchise in general.
And as a game developer, you know, this is hard work. Like, people think it's like you're here playing games all the time, and sure, that happens every once in a while, but for the most time, this is very hard, grueling work. A lot of times it's long hours, and you make personal sacrifices.
We're taking that experience and putting it into the art that we're making. so that when you play Uncharted 4, you're going, oh, okay, this has more character depth to it, this has more visual depth to it. We're trying to bring everything as creative people that we're experiencing and funnel that into the medium in which we're working.
Wisdom comes from experience and time. And Nathan Drake certainly has had enough experiences that lends itself to a lot of wisdom if he's paying attention. It's been one of the most rewarding characters I've ever been handed because from the get-go I was encouraged to put as much of myself into this character as possible. And it has just been the greatest ride of my life these last 10 years.
You're with this character for years, and you're in this world for years, and you go home on the weekends and you're eating dinner with your family and you're thinking about those characters in that world, and it's such a part of you that to walk away is very hard, as I'm sure it will be at the end of this game.
For me as a designer, for Naughty Dog as a studio, I think that feeling kind of permeates through everything we're doing as a developer, and maybe to a fault. It's like, this is the last one you're going to do. This is the last one you're going to get to make. So anything that you wanted to have, it has to go in. It has to be there.
And as a group, we just got closer and tighter together with each game that we've made.
And so over time, we've just gotten just learned from our mistakes over and over again. And so I think that kind of sophistication is a big part of growing more mature. And I think players are going to see that in Uncharted 4.
So all we can really do as a team is make something that's really personal to us. Use everything that we've learned in the past to kind of elevate the medium one step further, to challenge ourselves to go into areas that we're uncomfortable with, and we do that with every game. And hopefully we come out on the other side with something great.
You like that figures, Gus. Okay. I'm gonna make good show. So you so you make a PS4 games. Ooh, the game right here is God of Wood. Or let me see. This is a good video, so you like Spider-Man. Okay, what you like in video games? Ooh. Top. So right here. Spider-Man. Top 25 Beast 24. The game.
We make the world. I won't let that happen.
Top 24. Especially PS4. Batman Frozen Turquoise. 23.
Every once in a while, hard enough, the light breaks through the clouds, and a world beyond the war glimmers. Behind every gun sight,
This is a good game.
we are those.
I had this game.
Promise me that you'll get me back in.
22. That's the name of it. Top 25 Beast 24 game. So Fox 2018.
You were sent by the gods to protect this world.
19. Top 19. $18.
Right, we've got more friends to find. And an evil overlord to beat. Don't you think we'd better get going?
$17.
I'm going to build a kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after.
$16.
Let's try this baby out. Yes.
I thought it was time to get you a new run.
18. 20. Okay. Bigger game. Ooh. Okay. Look right here. Nope. It's different. Okay. So the name of it, Top 10 Beast PS4.
This ranking is based on the Play Score, a standard rating that averages gamer reviews and critic reviews. Opening our list of the top 10 PS4 military shooters is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. A responsive open world and fun co-op, Ubisoft shooter takes you to the godforsaken Bolivia, a drug-filled country owned by the notorious Santa Blanca cartel. They spread hate, violence, and injustice among their people, and your job is to stop them from turning the place into a narco-state empire. As part of the Ghost, a badass version of the DEA, lead your elite team of hard hitters and strategists to take them down. Control the land, air, or sea, and destabilize their operations before they go boom. Plan your means of pissing them off by raiding their outposts and eliminating the hostile threats in third-person action. You have the complete freedom to do what you want in its open-world environment. As long as you have your resources, you're good to go. Wildlands' best feature lies in its cooperative multiplayer. Call 3 of your friends locally or online to hit them where it hurts. Want them to do reconnaissance from afar or assign them as your getaway partners? Your choice. With its customizable loads, beautiful environments, dynamic weather, Wildlands received positive acclaim. However, its server issues, repetitive gameplay, and replay value poses as a concern for most players. It has a play score of 8.11.
Okay.
With no college degree, you're not going anywhere at your age.
Watch me.
Okay, these the great games. Okay. No. Yeah. Let's see. Want to see that football game? Okay. See, I'm in back. 17. Wait. Oh, let me think. Okay. Ooh, this one. It's good team. Mining 15 PS4 full movie. This is a PS4. There's a football. NFL 15 PS4. Or you like this video?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's the Seahawks going up against the Packers. So now let's go to Seattle, Washington, where Jim and Phil have the call. Packers, Seahawks on EA Sports as we come to you from Seattle, Washington for today's game. Hello, friends, and welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Jim Nance and Phil Simms here on the scene, getting set for kickoff. Phil, it's all yours before we get the game started.
Thank you, Jim. I'll tell you, this is what I like about this game today. These teams don't like each other. When you have teams that don't like each other, that usually means we're going to see a physical football game. And in the NFL, when it gets really physical, it's fun to watch.
The deep back is Micah Hyde in his second year out of Iowa. And Steven Hauschka is ready now to get this one started. The 23. Now at quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. It's that, Aaron Rodgers.
There's no throw on the field that Aaron Rodgers can't make. The short throws, accurate. He can be powerful when he wants to, but those deep, long, play-action passes down the field, he might be the best at that.
Come to the line, and it's first down. But now shifted into the backfield. Handoff, running right through the trenches. Not able to get away from Chancellor.
Eddie Lacy is the type of runner you like to get him involved early, get him into the game. Why? Because
because he runs with such power and he can punish defenses. If you let him do that early, I promise you, you get great rewards later in the game.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. They'll run it here. Left side. And he's going to be tackled right around the 43. As we take a look at the offense, Eddie Lacy is a massive man. Very difficult to bring down with just one tackler.
Green Bay was looking for some toughness on the offensive side. My gosh, they find it with Eddie Lacy. What a year he had in 2013. You don't have to make a hole for him. If there's nothing there, he'll run a few people over and get you some yards.
Dropping back 3. That catch will extend the drive.
Rhythm, you hear it so often in sports, and it is true, especially on the offensive side. That's another first down by the offense. They got some rhythm, and these kind of drives usually lead to scores.
They're back at the line after that catch. Going to take it from the shotgun. Rodgers, ball recovery by the defense. He's brought to a halt.
That's how I'm gonna go. When you like to say a lot. See you guys. I'm gonna let off the face ninja off.